Hey, Falcons fans! If you want to stay up to date with all the news, updates, and developments about our team, you're in the right place. Here, you'll find everything about the Atlanta Falcons, with content made especially for our fans. So, don't waste any more time. Subscribe to the channel right now and activate the bell to receive all notifications firsthand. And, of course, leave your like to strengthen our incredible community of Falcons fans. Get ready, because we're bringing you hot and exclusive news. Now let's get to today's news. The Chargers' release star could become Atlanta's answer to the pass rush. It seems impossible that this won't be the offseason that the Atlanta Falcons finally land a star pass rusher. Not only does the position appear to be deep in this year's draft class, but the free agent and trade targets continue to mount. Joining the long list of potential offseason targets are Bengals star Trey Hendrickson and former Chargers star Joey Bosa. The Chargers released Bosa in a move to save salary cap space, as head coach Jim Harbaugh continues to build the team. Bosa will have a long list of potential suitors, including the Atlanta Falcons. While Bosa has been inconsistent throughout his career, the pass rusher has amassed 72.0 sacks and 156 quarterback hits in his career. The Chargers opting to move on isn't entirely a red flag when you look at Bosa's contract compared to his past 2 seasons of production. The Chargers made the necessary move despite losing one of their stars. Joey Bosa only makes sense for Atlanta if the deal isn't at the top of the market. If the Falcons are going to spend big money at the position, it would be much more sensible to try to sign Trey Hendrickson or Khalil Mack. A big part of the reason the Chargers made the difficult move is how inconsistent Bosa has been over the past few seasons. Atlanta is already questioning GM Terry Fontenot and his ability to rebuild the defense. Fontenot needs a big-time signing, and if the team is going to pay top dollar, that's not Joey Bosa. The star is only a good fit for the Falcons if the flooded market and slowdown in production change the contracts being offered. Bosa's name alone has an impact on potential deals, and the Falcons need to be careful with that. As good as the pass rusher has been, Atlanta needs to consider the risks of any potential deal. As appealing as the adjustment may be, it's one of the biggest risks the team could take this offseason. The Atlanta Falcons offense could finally take off with DK Metcalf. The Atlanta Falcons have an offense that is ready to take off, especially now that they have a quarterback who looks like a gunslinger. Michael Penix Jr. showed a lot of promise and potential in his 3 starts last season, and he has an offensive skill set that is as good and versatile as any in the NFL. Now is the time to make a move to acquire a player in his prime. DK Metcalf is entering his prime and can knock the top off any defense. The Falcons' offense could finally take off if they trade for DK Metcalf. The Falcons' offense would finally take off with DK Metcalf. This March, which is highlighted by March Madness. But March is also highlighted by NFL free agency, and there are moves that some teams should make. Last year, the Baltimore Ravens did just that by signing running back Derrick Henry, and we saw how dynamic and potent their offense became. This year, the Atlanta Falcons should strongly consider trading for wide receiver DK Metcalf. If they can land him in Atlanta, the Falcons' offense could finally take off. The Ravens signed Henry in the prime of his career, and the move paid huge dividends for both parties. When a player is in his prime and you can sign or trade him, the rewards can be immeasurable. That's what the Falcons have the opportunity to do. Trade for a player in the prime of his career and have both parties benefit. What Metcalf brings to the Falcons' offense. In his first 6 seasons with the Seattle Seahawks, Metcalf averaged 15-plus yards per reception in 4 of them. Metcalf also had over 1,000 yards in 3 seasons and double-digit touchdowns twice. He also had over 75 receptions 3 times and never had fewer than 58 receptions in a season. If the Falcons are worried about Metcalf's durability, they shouldn't be. Metcalf has missed just 3 games in his first 6 seasons, and he started 93 of a possible 100 regular season games. Metcalf needs a change of scenery. The fact that Metcalf asked for a trade speaks volumes here. A change of scenery would probably do him good. A move to the Falcons would bring Metcalf back to the South, where he was born in Oxford, Mississippi. Metcalf starred at Ole Miss, averaging a ridiculous 21.9 yards per reception in 2018 and racking up 646 yards the previous season. Metcalf's big play repertoire earned him a second-round draft pick from the Seahawks in 2019, and he's shown off his big play ability and blazing speed in his first 6 seasons. It's rare these days that a player spends his entire career with one team. A lot has to go right. In that case, something may not be right in Seattle for Metcalf to ask for a trade. Maybe it's the Seahawks waiving fellow running back Tyler Lockett. Whatever it is, Metcalf is likely unhappy with something in Seattle, which is why a move to the Falcons may be exactly what he needs. Metcalf joins an already talented Falcons offense. Legendary former NBC Sports NFL columnist Peter King once described the Falcons' offense as positionless. There's so much versatility with their skill players that it made sense at the time, and that was before the 2023 season.